So they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Point after, right down the middle. And the rout is on here in this first half.
3. Harrison Butker is set to kick off.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
At their own 26-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Harrison Butker is set to kick off.
So after a very one-sided first half, what will the second half bring as we are back underway on EA Sports? This is taken just shy of the 10. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
And 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll start the third quarter here on the ground. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Under pressure, and down he goes. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. And that's going to leave them with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. A.J. Epinesa coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9. after the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Off the play fake, Jackson. The pressure gets to him again.
Lamar Jackson.
A.J. Epinesa picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And instead, they want to throw it off play action. Escaping the pressure right. And trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. And they'll send out their punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Brian Burns. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Forced out to his left.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a 1st down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Working left side, Andrews with it complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
1st and
a very solid gain of 27. Try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And his guys are able to cut into that deficit.
And while no one on the offensive line will get the 6 points next to their name, they should be credited with this one. Tremendous blocking to get the runner into the end zone.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. And this is up and good. It cuts the lead to 28-10 now.
Diablos 28. Aftershocks 10. Jake Elliott set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And the
decision to bring it out. Not a good one, as he's tackled it to 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. And he'll lose yardage on this one, back to the 13. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now this time he'll look to throw. Now he'll escape to his left. He'll get this one complete to Davis. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. Here's a quick throw caught by Smith. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So the penalty yards marched off on the face mask. Here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
On the tackle. No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd.
And that whistles here and a flag down. Looks like someone got going a little early. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Jackson. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Hines. That's a gain of 8. Makes it 3rd and 6.
So the get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. He can run for it, and he will. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. So not his arm, but hurting him with his legs. A gain of 19 on the keeper and a 1st down.
And that's another big-time run. And it sure looks like the leverage game is being won by the offensive line. They're the low man on just about every snap, and they're winning, pushing back the defensive front and creating great space for their runners.
They'll run on 1st down. Hines. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5, go back to 4. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
They run again with Hines. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Nyheim Hines with his third touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. And he keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now, no question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one. They'll probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
First down after shots.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. 12 yards as they get to reset the sticks.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. They'll look to throw here on first down. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Andrews. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's a loss of 8 yards there to bring up 3rd.
Back at the 46-yard line.
Play action. They'll throw. They'll roll him out right. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Dancing to his left. He may try and run for this. They go for it on 4th down, but come up empty. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field.
It's a turnover on downs.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's got this down to the 35. Nice pick up of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium, because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now it's Hines. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Play action. It's Jackson. It's incomplete.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15.
Ball carrier. He's brought down at the 15-yard line. 4 yards.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
They'll take over 1st down and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Brandon Ayuk, the one he was looking for. And it's 2nd down.
24-yard line.
And his throw is incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
He will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Oh, brought down in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. CD, this defense, man. At this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
Bringing him down defensively, Jayon Brown.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and
they run with Hines. And he's he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. He needs